It is with a heavy heart that we share the passing of Abraham Quintanilla Jr., father, producer, musician, and the guiding force behind one of the most beloved voices in music history. On this day in 2025, at the age of 84, Abraham Quintanilla has left this world, leaving behind a legacy intertwined with love, loss, resilience, and Selena. Yes, that's Selena. Selena Quintanilla, the queen of Tejano music, whose meteoric rise and tragic death shook the world. But behind that radiant star was a man who believed in her when few others did, her father, Abraham. Today, we tell his full story. From humble beginnings in Texas, through the highs of musical triumph and the crushing depths of unimaginable grief, to a life dedicated to preserving his daughter's memory. This is the life of Abraham Quintanilla Jr., a man who shaped a legend. Abraham Quintanilla Jr. was born on February 20th, 1941, in Corpus Christi, Texas, into a Mexican-American family that valued hard work and cultural pride. His parents, Abraham Sr. and Alicia Quintanilla, instilled in him the importance of education, discipline, and music. Even as a child, Abraham showed a natural ear for melody. By his teenage years, he was singing doo-wop in a local group called Los Dinos, a name that would later echo through music history. The band had modest success performing at local dances and radio stations, but the music industry was tough, especially for Latino artists in the 1950s and 60s. Still, Abraham never lost his passion. He worked odd jobs, construction, factory work, to support himself while chasing his dream. And in 1963, he married the love of his life, Marcela Ofelia Zamora. Their union would become the foundation of a family that would change Latin music forever. Marcela wasn't just Abraham's wife, she was his anchor. Grounded, kind, and fiercely protective of her children, she balanced Abraham's ambitious drive with quiet strength. Together, they welcomed 3 children: Abraham III, born in 1966, Suzette, born in 1967, and their youngest, Selena Marie, born on April 16, 1971. The Quintanillas weren't rich. In fact, they lived modestly, first in Lake Jackson, Texas, and later in Corpus Christi. But what their home lacked in luxury, it overflowed with music. Abraham taught his children to sing, to harmonize, to respect rhythm and phrasing. By the time Selena was just 9 years old, she was performing lead vocals for a reimagined version of her father's old band, Selena y los Dinos. Abraham didn't just manage the band, he was the band's architect. He booked gigs at weddings, quinceañeras, and local clubs. When venues refused to pay or tried to shortchange them, Abraham stood his ground. When radio stations ignored Tejano music, he drove the family van for hours to reach the next show. Critics called him controlling. Fans called him dedicated. Abraham called it fatherhood. He made tough decisions, pulling Selena out of school to focus on music, insisting on professionalism even when the kids were exhausted. But he also shielded them from prejudice, from exploitation, from the worst impulses of the industry. And it worked. By the late 1980s, Selena y los Dinos had signed with EMI Latin. In 1989, Selena won a Grammy for Best Mexican-American Album. She was charming, stylish, bilingual, and unstoppable. All of it, guided by her father's vision. But on March 31st, 1995, everything shattered. Selena, just 23 years old, was shot and killed by Yolanda Saldivar, the president of her fan club and manager of her boutiques. The world mourned, millions wept. And Abraham, he was left broken. Yet even in grief, Abraham's resolve didn't fade. While many would have retreated from the spotlight, he chose to honor Selena by ensuring her voice would never be silenced. He co-produced the 1997 biographical film Selena, starring Jennifer Lopez, an iconic film that introduced Selena's story to a new generation. Edward James Olmos portrayed Abraham with quiet intensity, capturing a father's love and pain. He oversaw the release of Selena's final albums, including Dreaming of You, which sold over 175,000 copies on its first day, the highest single-day sales for a female vocalist at the time. And with Marcella and his surviving children, Abraham founded the Selena Foundation, channeling fan donations into charitable causes, education, disaster relief, and community support. For decades, Abraham rarely spoke publicly about his personal pain. But in the 2025 Netflix documentary, Selena y los Dinos, A Family's Legacy, executive produced by AB and Suzette, Marcella finally gave her first-ever interview about losing Selena. Abraham, appearing in archival footage, spoke of pride, regret, and undying love. That documentary, released just months before his passing, stands as a tribute not only to Selena, but to the entire Quintanilla family, and Abraham's unwavering role as its patriarch. Abraham Quintanilla lived a full, complex life. He was a husband for over 62 years to Marcella, their marriage a rare constant in an ever-changing world. He was a father who lost a child, but refused to let that loss define his family's future. His son, AB3, became a successful music producer and songwriter, carrying forward the Quintanilla musical legacy. His daughter, Suzette, the drummer of Los Dinos, became a devoted advocate for Selena's memory and a pillar of the family business. As for income and property, the Quintanillas were never flashy, but they were secure. Through Selena's brand, music rights, boutique licensing, and the family-run Q Productions, they built a sustainable enterprise rooted in authenticity. Their home in Corpus Christi remained both private and symbolic, a place where Selena's spirit was always present. Abraham never sought fame for himself. He never wanted a spotlight. He simply wanted his daughter's talent to be recognized, and once she was gone, he wanted the world to remember her correctly, as a kind, hard-working young woman who loved her family and her culture. Abraham Quintanilla Jr. passed away peacefully at age 84. His family, Marcella, AB, Suzette, and his grandchildren, survive him. No official cause of death has been released, but those who knew him say he simply lived a long, full life and was ready to reunite with his daughter. In recent years, he was often seen at events honoring Selena, listening quietly, smiling softly, eyes glistening with memories. He never stopped missing her, but he never stopped honoring her either. So today, as we say goodbye to Abraham Quintanilla, we don't just mourn a father. We honor a builder, a protector, a man who turned grief into guardianship and legacy into love. The music will keep playing, the fans will keep singing, and somewhere, a little girl with big dreams will watch Selena on screen and see not just a star, but a family that dared to believe. Thank you, Abraham. Rest now. You've earned it.